Welcome, noble dragon, to the Raven. This wonder of engineering. This mirror. Between the knowledge I shall pry from this infernal creature's cryptic mind, and the avalanche of tomes, manuscripts, and blueprints aboard awaiting. Our task is monumental, but we will not have to face it alone. Two famed generals are here already. Loyal, I have furthermore enlisted the service of Grumia, an imp of devilish cunning that can fashion anything my research will uproot. Talk to these men, get your bearings, and begin your conquest. If you have any more questions, you can find me in the Royal... Good luck, Dragon. Get your bearings and begin your conquest. If you have any more questions, you can find me in the Royal... Good luck, Dragon.
Let me tell your right-of-the-back bastard that I hold you in very little regard. Your father may have been a great king once, but this last decade, a crowned pig would have played the part better. He became a vainglorious fool, a sloth, and a coward. No wonder then that his own children could have... He tried to run, but he failed, and they slew him where he stood. Now the realm, I'd say all is lost, but Maxos insists you are to be the one. Still, you are a dragon, I'll give you that, and of ancient blood. Prove to me you have the... Henry of the House of Lansford. More you needn't know. Edmund, he's called. A lizard of the House of Carcarus. In truth, I'd rather sleep with Syphilis incarnate than have him aboard. But there's no denying his talent. He's as arrogant as he is astute, and as ingenious as he is I believe he's in the bar. Probably searching for sherry. Just about the only drink that snooty serpent will swill. Aye, and you have titles as well, but none of them king, as yet. I'll address you with... Aye, and you have titles as well, but none of them king, as yet. What's on your mind, bastard? What's on your mind, bastard?
And there we have it, I suppose. The dragon son of a monarch deposed. Rightful heir to the throne. No doubt that boar of a Henry has already introduced me in his ever-elegant way. So here I am, Lord Edmund Augustus III, Duke of Hawknest Hall. I'd add, at your service, but I don't think we're quite there yet. To be perfectly honest, I'd normally entertain the idea of lending my expertise to your cause as curtly as I'd consider attending a dwarven opera. But not unlike my fellow general, it is Maxos's backing of this enterprise that has me... When one dwells among the highest echelons of power, where ambition runs thicker than blood, distrust is your best friend, as is its brother, caution. In your case, they call your kind dragon knights to lend an air of nobility to a lowly mixed breed. Not many make the distinction even, but the crucial difference is in purity. Human ancestry taints your being, for humanity and weakness are two. A bastard twice are you, my lord. Bastard born and only that it was bound to happen. For when an emperor weakens, his empire weakens with him. Now a litter of dogs is fighting for the throne. For when an emperor weakens, his empire weakens with him. Now a litter of dogs is fighting for the throne.
Greetings, sire, sprung from kings. I am Grumio, son of Gromio, an imp of good and honest standing. Your technician. I hope you'll like my jetpack. It is my gift to you, to keep without recompense, for gladly shall I remain aboard it. She is special, this vessel, filled with wonders undiscovered. Righto, my lord. She is special, this vessel, filled with wonders undiscovered. Righto, my lord. fire and steel. Well, my lord, when your good father and Maxos first started to conquer the world with their fancy machines, we Emps were mesmerised. None of us cared. Steam-driven giants on land, on sea, even in air. Oh, the ecstasy! Such wonders, such ingenuity. Now, before those blessed days arrived, people regarded us as eccentric gnomes taken to experimenting with flame, gas and liquid, like so many. And truth be told, though, we've never quite given up our love for all things combustible.
Never hesitate to seek my counsel, Dragon Knight. Tirelessly I study, and we too shall unite dragons daring with wizard's wisdom. My privilege. Tirelessly I study. We too shall unite dragons daring with wizard's wisdom. My privilege. Tirelessly I study. My studies have been highly interesting of late. That is quite a tale, my friend. Since the dawn of time, beautiful Rivellon has been a stage of bitter rivalry, strife, and war. Haughty humans, all too lofty lizards, dogged peace. The word itself hardly had a meaning. It was an abstract. Until after long and dark ages, three men decided we knew war would continue everlasting unless one king would stand up, conquer all feuding factions, and unite. It was the architect who provided us with the answer to the question how on earth we would go about enacting such an unparalleled enterprise. Technology. That was the solution. For if we could go to war with weapons so vastly superior as to be unstoppable, every opponent would have to yield before our onslaught. Yes, we had done it. We had created our empire, and your father became its first and so far only ruler. For a few precious decades, peace had finally taken on, and long have I asked myself that question. Yet the answer is as simple as it is obvious. You see, Sigurd, the architect, and I remained close friends after our quest had come to completion. But then, one fateful day, your father, though married, courted her, as did the architect. For myself, I'd admit I'd given up the very secrets of magic in return for her love, but I knew rivalry could only lead to misery. And so it did. A year their secret liaison lasted. 1 year your father and beautiful Aurora were happy together. Then suddenly she died. And it took me a long time to find out she did so at the hand of the architect. Sigurd never knew. He was destroyed by grief. I promise I will tell you in due time. For now, I must keep silent. Please. Though I said I noticed from the beginning her beauty was of such perfection as to be supernatural, yes, she was one of the ancients, interested in the ways of the infinitely lesser creatures we nevertheless call civilized. She was intrigued by Sigurd, his war machines. No one in Rivellon, save for you, Sigurd, the architect, and I, know of Aurora and how her death affected your father. As far as most are concerned, he was a great... They are wrong. But truth will be revealed one day. Rest assured that when we finish our conquest and I can spend some leisure, in a few words, victory and destruction. First, we must vanquish all warring rivals for the throne. Then, we must undo the technology that enabled them to go to war in the first place. awaiting your decision, sire. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. We'll crush them one leg at a time.
Where's the goal, Commander? A drumman's orders are a sober man's thoughts.
Let's get started, Commander. Now, to navigate your camera, simply use the movement keys. To look around, hold the middle mouse button and move your mouse in the direction you want to look. To command a unit to move somewhere, left-click on the desired unit to select it, and right-click on the destination you want it to go to. To command a unit to move somewhere, you can select multiple units by holding the left mouse button and dragging a selection rectangle around them. Right-click to make them go somewhere, or unselect them by clicking left. Right-click to make them go somewhere. Unselect them by clicking left. Anything for the Empire!
Bang for your buck.
Anything for the Empire! The Emperor shows us the way.
You found me, did you? On the trail. Like the wind.
We'll crush them one leg at a time.
No man can stop us.
The enemy can build troopers now.
A drumman's orders are a sober man's thoughts.
Reinforcements requested. I see you've selected a building. When you select a building, a menu appears which allows you to create new units. Here I've selected a battle forge, which allows me to create troopers and or grenadiers. To build new units, you need to capture construction sites, manufacture buildings there first. I could build another battle forge, for instance, or create a war factory, which will allow me to make new types of units, like armors and devastators. To build units and buildings, you'll need recruits. Your initial amount of recruits depends on the total population of any given country. How many are available to you is listed on the left side of your status bar next to the country's population. To get more recruits, you need to build recruitment citadels. You can build more recruitment citadels on these special resource construction sites. The more recruitment citadels you have, the faster new recruits will come in.
Picking up their scent.
The Emperor shows us the way. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. Crush their bones.
More kills, more beer.
On the trail. If it bleeds, we can kill it. There'll be trophies on your wall. I hunt your glory. There'll be trophies on your wall.
Construction in progress. Anti-ground turret completed. I will crush their bones. I will crush their bones. It will be built in a jiffy. Death before failure. Battle forge completed. Construction underway, Commander.
All for hail.
Anti-ground turret completed. Construction in progress. Anti-ground turret completed.
A drumman's orders are a sober man's thoughts.
Anti-ground turret completed. Anything for the Empire.
Did you?
Construction underway, Commander. I will crush their bones. For glory and honor and wealth. Construction underway, Commander. You are a dragon, aren't you, Commander? So you'll want to turn into one. Aid your troops in combat. To turn into a dragon, press the Dragon Morph button, which will allow you to materialize at the current camera location. To move your dragon, use your movement keys. And to move in a certain direction, just point your mouse in the direction you want to go to. To navigate rapidly over the battlefield, hold the jetpack button, which will make you speed across the terrain. To attack an enemy unit, click on it with the left mouse button and barrage it with fireballs. To dodge enemy projectiles, hold the right mouse button to dodge sideways. Your dragon has multiple skills which are executed by pressing the skill buttons. Should your dragon die in combat, you will be able to restore it to life by pressing the Dragon Morph button once more. This will come at a certain cost in recruits, mind you. You will be able to restore it to life by pressing the Dragon Morph button once more. Let's get this dance of death started. We'll crush them one leg at a time. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. Battle Forge completed. Momentarily, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready. Construction in progress. They need more recruits, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
Without a trace.
Let's get this dance of death started. I will crush their bones.
Hunters on the leash.
Completed. Unit is being manufactured, Commander.
Hunter on the prowl.
All oiled up and ready to go?
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
Grenadier, fresh from the barracks.
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
You're blowing my cover.
The Emperor's enemy is my enemy.
Hail and kill.
No one defies the will of the Emperor.
On the trail.
The Emperor shows us the way. The Emperor shows us the way.
They'll be hit by the man with the hammer soon.
I will drench their torn banner in blood.
In a straight line now. All for hail. The Emperor
Great Dragon, glorious warlord. Once more you return from the battlefield red with the blood of slain adversaries. 4 military masterminds are now on board. More than enough to start a campaign of conquest on a truly grand scale. No doubt you're as anxious to meet them as they are to meet you. So why don't you go to the throne room, where I've instructed them to await your arrival. More than enough to start a campaign of conquest. Heavens, no. You have the military firmly on your side. But civil emissaries, too, are bound to... Yes, you heard me correctly. Emperor. It is inevitable. People have heard of you. The dragon. You yourself will, of course, represent all humans. But the dwarves, elves, lizards, imps, and undead will want their say as well.
My Lord Dragon, allow me to present your team of generals. Edmund, you already know, but I now have the pleasure of introducing you to Her Highness Lady Catherine. We 4 have pledged we will stand by you in your conquest as a rightful heir to Revlon's throne. Bastard note, all hail the dragon.
Hail!
Hail!
Yes, well, hail.
Yes, Commander? Seemed hardly proper to call you by that particular pet name on what was somewhat of an official occasion. But don't worry, I may still slip.
How's it hanging, Commander? I'm Scarlet, and you're a dragon, they tell me. Always wanted to ride one of those, though I bet you're a little harder to handle than a horse. All part of the fun, though, I reckon, so give me a shout when I can take you for a... Treat me mean, I'll scratch your eyes out. Treat me well, and I'll purr like a kitten. Your choice, Commander.
I would say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Commander. But as it stands, I must approach you with a bit of reserve. True, to know we have a dragon, but then again, you are the offspring, the male offspring to boot, of a sorry line prone to decadence and corruption. The very line, in fact, that is responsible, because they call us females the fairer sex. But in truth, we are also more cunning, resilient, refined, and downright intelligent. Give an empire a queen, Men are simple creatures, Commander, and should therefore be in...
It's going to take some getting used to, you know, to call you Commander. Verily, I was rather opposed to the notion, but Maxos in his infinite wisdom insisted we up the level of common courtesy toward you. As much as it is in the eagle's nature to look down upon the world in hunt of lesser creatures, it is at the lone top do I reside, but I would have it no other way. Those who do not understand, all but everyone, calls me a loner, thinking the word to be a pejorative. But it is on the contrary glorious to live. I am a solitudinarian, for my nature makes me so. And when I do have contact with those I loathe, inevitably I talk down to them.
It's wondrous, my lord. Wondrous. The Raven. Yes, 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 but don't remind me. My heart bleeds just thinking about it. Oh, but I must be like a chef. It's a thankless thing I do, but I must remind myself the fun lies in creation. Not, indeed she does, my lord. A soft voice sings inside my head, but...
You fight with cunning, Commander, and you lead by example. Your example, of course, was I. Ask me if the weather is fine. Ask me if I enjoyed my lunch. And you'll get a much nicer answer. Anyone in specific? As true a lady as one of her species can get is Catherine. Tragic, really. She held sway over an entire kingdom only to be drafted into the service of one... I hear she hates men, or at least our male-dominated world, with a vengeance. Anyone in specific? He is a bull that holds a general's rank, Commander. All balls and no brains, I dare say. But one can't deny the efficacy of his methods. I'm told he wasn't always given to such impetuous. I'd conclude there's more to him than meets his good eye. Were I not quite so certain anyone in specific. She's no more than a tomboy playing a soldier. I don't know much about her, but I don't like what I've seen so far. We lizards have senses far superior to humans, and I rather resent having to...
What a win you scored, Commander. Wish I were a dragon sometimes. Long ways to go yet, haven't we? But our side has a dragon, and... Which one do you have in mind? He's a slimy kid who happens to excel at warfare. I once met a lizard who went to school with him when he was but fresh from the eggshell. Told me he'd always been like... Which one do you have it? Bit of an ice queen, if you ask me. Already called me names that'll make your mother blush. Just because my eyes lingered a little along those curvy shapes of hers. But I'll defrost her yet. And in... Which one do you have in mind? Well, I figured that between me and the prissy brigade that Catherine and Edmund form, someone a bit more down to earth would be a welcome addition to the group. And let me tell you, if someone likes to go down, it's Scarlet. She's a man-eater in the bedroom.
Ah, to be in the thick of battle. With you calling the shots, it's a joyride rather than a... Maxwell seems to think so, and he's a wizard. They have... About whom, Command? Bit stuck up, ain't she? That's what a royal title will do to you. She used to be a proper queen and everything, with an entire country at her beck and call. How the mighty have fallen. About whom, Command? Shifty son of a bitch, isn't he? Acting all high and mighty all the time, calling imps idiots. About whom, Commander? Excellent chap, that one. Likes his jokes dirty and his liquor plenty. 2 peas in a pod, me and him. Well, on and off, that is. Can fight like a demon unleashed as well. Best to have him on us.
Bravo, Commander! The lines of battle are redrawn with each passing day, and always... Does he now? There's an explanation for that, but I'll reserve it for later. Construction underway, Commander.
All for hail!
I will stand until my last breath. We need more recruits, Commander. Pay me in blood. That's impossible, Commander. Battle Forge completed. Construction in progress.
No mountain can stop us!
I will stand until my last breath. Is that a train? Well, not anymore. We're out of recruits, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready. We need more recruits, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander. We need more recruits, Commander.
There'd better be a tavern!
The grave be their destiny. War factory completed. Let's get this dance of death started.
Bang for your buck!
We're under attack, but we will hold our ground.
In a straight line now! More kills, more beers! No mountain can stop us! A drungman's orders are a sober man's thoughts!
Is that a train? Well, not anymore. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
There'd better be a tavern!
Anything for the Empire. Not enough recruits to morph, Commander. Hail and kill. Let's get this dance of death started. The Emperor shows us the way. Not enough recruits to turn into a dragon, Commander. Ah, Commander. No doubt you've had an eventful and successful day so far. But don't rest on your laurels just yet. For I'm here to inform you the counselors have arrived. The ambassadors of the races whom you'll have to duel and deal with. You may think your first duty is that of conquest, to bring the war to as swift an end as possible. But I'm afraid there is much more to being a monarch than military matters alone. As a commander, now you may consider it strange that some will worry about the price of bread, and others will gripe about taxes. When all around, we may find ourselves trapped amid a conflict of gargantuan proportions. But that does not mean the average man worries most about feeding his family, about the little things that this may seem daunting. But I have never, and never will doubt for even an instant.
The Raven sang new song. Let's ready.
Aha! Shush, everyone, shush! Here comes the long-awaited commander. The dragon that would deliver... Let me cut right to the chase, Commander, for I'm not a man who takes pride in his words, but in his pragmatism. You see, there may be a war going on, Commander, but that doesn't mean you don't have a realm to rule. As much as possible, where your rule has been established, We, as their representatives, have witnessed your triumphs with mounting awe, and have agreed you are to be long live.
May the Seven be praised now that we have found our champion and our emperor. May the fire of the dragon obliterate every heretic in its way. May the light of the gods illuminate your soul. The highest. We are the chosen of the Seven, Commander. We are those that have known death, have walked its black shores, but then have been You think you are alive now, Commander, but you are not. You are but in the phase of flesh. Yet if you are devout and sweat in service of the Seven, you too, after the Dark Mother has lulled you to sleep, may be plucked from the Do well by the gods, Commander, and you'll do well by us, as well as all in the realm. We have many proposals to that effect, which I will bring before you in due time. So say... Honored to meet you, Commander. I am Oberon, envoy of the elves, ambassador of the beasts, spokesman of plants, here in the hope that our new emperor will treat me well, Commander. If elves were the only race to have become what they misnomer civilized, this globe and all upon it would exist in a paradise of such perfection, the gods need not create for us a heaven. Such, alas, is the fiction. Others, less scrupulous in the handling of natural beauty, have risen to prominence. They hack and mine, blast, drain, and usurp. As much as we can, we condemn and attempt to stop their defend nature, and defend the little man, for they will in turn defend you. A happy people, one with the wilds.
Isn't this a world gone topsy-turvy? I've declared you emperor, and you don't even know my name. Sir Fox, a prouder folk you'll ne'er meet, Commander, nor a more robust one. Best allies and aspiring king. Liquid gold, of course, is another of our pride and joys. For ale a sparkle, we'd go to war. But our yes, dwarven families grow as plenty as the grain on 1,000 wheat fields. And
By the powers vested in me by the great lizard lords, I, Prospera, endorse your newfound emperorship. We are not a people that make great demands, Commander. We simply hold many a thing dear without... The dwarves revere their gold to such an extent it becomes a fetish. Elves abide so strictly by nature they become her slaves. We like gold. Reason and liberty, those are our bywords. Territories we defend valiantly. Territories, alas, easily encroached upon, for emperors tend to curtail them. Our ideal is therefore not a monarchy.
By Grumio's gadgets, it's a pleasure indeed to shake hands with you, Commander. Your technician is my nephew, don't you know? And I am Trunculo Shortfuse, son of Trunculo even shorter. Ha! You want gizmos? You want imps. You want the unthinkable? You want imps. You want great, big, loud, bright fire explosions? Lords above, it's imps you want. We live for all. The old, we blow it up. The new, we study it for a while before we blow it up. Why? Because there's always something even newer waiting around the corner. Science, Great Dragon, never sits still. On a more serious note though, Commander, science is indeed our passion. And we hope that under your rule, we will be free to explore its limits. Damn the gods, for there are none, and
the air is rather a prouder folk. Lit. Yeah.
I hope you are well prepared for long and bitter discussions, Commander, now that these counselors have arrived. I know from experience the lengths they'll go to upstage one another and bring home the gold for their faction only.
Here was me thinking the Pea Brain Parade had arrived for your after-dinner entertainment, but no. Turns out
So they have arrived, the politicians.
Remember, Commander, when a dwarf bleeds black and an elf whines white, don't be afraid to tell them they can go sod themselves with a fire iron.
My studies have been highly interesting of late, and have yielded results of great...
What a sorry excuse for a general Henry is. Drunk as a dwarf again, going on and on about his lost arm. The more liquor disappears down his throat, the more he...
Well, 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 the Dragon Commander himself. Come, sit, drink with me. Yeah, I know what you think. 'Twas during the great and glorious last stand to save the Empire. Horseshit. We fought like lions so that the king, your bloody father, could scar... Not that any of it mattered. The king's head was shown decorating a stake, like star crowns will the pines come midwinter night. Defeat. Bah. Luckily, a touch of the malt can relieve its bitter taste. You have the respect of Maxos, and that certainly speaks in your favor. But you'll need to come a long way yet to...
Triumph begets triumph, it seems. There's just no stop. Really, Commander, let's actually go to war, if you wish. He's in a class of his own, there's no doubt about it. A brilliant mind, but in my opinion, a flawed one as... I have many friends and enemies that are dwarves or elves or imps, and never have I seen evidence the one is inherently more smart or if you wish. General Henry is the typical man who thinks of himself as an alpha male, whereas he is, of course, an alpha mongrel. He has the refinement of an inbred orc, and the manners to match, but he is a more than adequate, if you wish. She could stand to be a bit more ladylike in her ways, and many consider her resistance to authority counterproductive in a military setting. But she's wily as a wizard, and tough as mithril nails. Don't ask me why, but I have the feeling she's a troubled girl somehow.
Combat and carnage! Huzzah! You showed him, Commander. We have but begun, Commander, but...
Commander, it is imperative that we should win the war. For our enemies are godless heathens in need of annihilation. To hasten this process, I therefore propose we introduce... Your refusal is no more than an encouragement, a celebration even of...
Commander, here was me agreeing with one of Yorick's proposals, and still you disagree.
Very good. I must say, though, I was surprised Falstaff didn't pull the economy card like I did. Conscription might well have drafted some of his precious brewing masters into the military.
If no conscription means there will remain more dwarves in the army than there are elves, I hope we'll be duly recompensed, Commander.
Thank you for disagreeing with Yorick, Commander. War is a demanding mistress, and if we...
You remain true to your legacy, my friend.
high upon Edmund's pride, Commander. The Lizard Lords have granted him the honor of representing our mighty military on a diplomatic mission of utter import, and he gets his I should think it would be good fun to attend an imp ceremony. Something is bound to blow up.
Imps, Commander. Are they not truly the lowliest of all the races? Were it not for the hint of demon cunning in their blood, we most probably wouldn't speak to them as much as serve them for supper with a series of I'd exhale an existential sigh upon the hearing of such folly, yet give it no further thought but for one devilish detail in the treaty. It is I, as our foremost general, who must, quite literally, stoop to inspect their army. As Henry might say, Commander, I'd rather lick marmalade from an orc's behind than bow to an imp. My very reason for currying your draconic benevolence at this hour. Certainly I have your blessing to abstain from these grotesque formalities and tend to business rather than etiquette. Your wish, my command, et sorry cetera. But if they're indeed...
What would you inquire of me, Commander?
Where's 13? We're out of recruits, Commander.
I'm all eyes and ears.
Is that a tree? Well, not anymore. No time for tests. Treatment's quicker. Nothing a good glass of brandy won't fix.
Watch me soar. Watch me soar.
Pay me in blood. They tell me enemy grenadiers have been issued with imp binoculars. Construction in progress.
Free as a bird.
Be on guard, Commander. Enemy hunters are about to be deployed. Construction underway, Commander. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. Death before failure.
Where's my gold, Commander?
Enemy grenadiers have been equipped with enhanced explosives.
All for hail!
Anti-ground turret completed. War factory completed. Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will soon be ready. Unit is being manufactured, Commander.
There'll be trophies on your wall.
It'll be built in a jiffy. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander. We need more recruits, Commander.
Who will break? Who will bend?
Without a trace.
Of course, my lord. We fight for freedom.
Shipyard completed. Anti-ground turret completed. unit will soon be ready. Anti-ground turret completed. Recruitment citadel completed.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
That's impossible, Commander.
You found me, did you? They won't even see me coming.
Unit is being manufactured, Commander. It'll be built in a jiffy.
This world lies ready, waiting for its death. Hail and kill.
Battle forge completed. It'll be built in a jiffy. Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
I've got big guns and I cannot lie.
Anti-ground turret completed. Anti-ground turret completed.
Grenadier, fresh from the barracks! All oiled up and ready to go. Grenadier, fresh from the barracks!
Ready to flee, even into death. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
Death to the false ones.
Construction in progress. Trooper ready to march. Let's get this dance of death started.
A drumman's orders are a sober man's thoughts.
All is ours for the taking.
They won't even see me coming.
Our glory foretold.
Crush them one leg at a time.
They'll be squished like grapes, sire.
To know your enemy, you have to kill your enemy.
You set the trap, I'll make the kill.
I'll be the last thing they see.
Time to get drunk and fight.
You found me, did you?
Unit will soon be ready. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. Construction underway, Commander. Ready to follow you.
Frightfully boring folk, those lizards, Commander. That general of yours held our High Priest hostage with board games and chatter. Our engineers built a great tower just to blow it up again.
Commander, no doubt you rejoice at my swift return from the land of imps, that borough of blight, that cyst in civilization. Do forgive me if I appear exceptionally smug today. But I was very flattered, you see, to witness how my reputation precedes me even into the very crevices of the world. The imps had heard of my approach and my modicum of resentment. Yes, he was rather an agreeable chap, as a matter of fact. The High Priest, I mean. After the military inspection, we played chess and talked philosophy the night through. It goes without saying I won every game and lacerated his logic like an eagle its prey.
Bloody good show, Commander. Long ways to go yet, haven't we?
Commander, I am pleading here today on behalf of a dwarven miner who was cruelly left to his fate by his own kindred. An incident in the mines cost him his leg, and he is too poor to pay for a proper prosthetic one. Henry, your own general, could afford impish machinery, but the dwarves who easily could have. The people deserve a cut.
So then you do forgive, and you do what is the prerogative of the Seven. Remember.
But this will cost us millions! Once word gets out, every lazy bones in...
This decision will endear you in the hearts of...
Thanks, Commander. Took about 100 imps a hand and a foot to get your jetpack in working order. So paying for a couple...
got big guns and I cannot lie.
The Emperor shows us the way. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. Let's get this dance of death started. Construction in progress. It'll be built in a jiffy. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. Pay me in blood. We'll crush them one leg at a time.
Big guy coming through.
Construction underway, Commander. Let's get this dance of death started. Battle Forge completed. Will be built in a jiffy. The grave be their destiny. Pay me in blood. We'll crush them one leg at a time. Construction in progress.
I've got big guns and I cannot lie.
I will stand until my last breath. Recruitment citadel completed. No one defies the will of the Emperor.
I've got big guns and I cannot lie.
Let's get this dance of death started. There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Recruitment citadel completed.
Hail and kill.
Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. We'll crush them one leg at a time. Construction underway, Commander. Construction in progress. Let's get this dance of death started. Will soon be ready. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. I will stand until my last breath, ready to follow you, even into death. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Constructed to fight. Of death started.
Our glory foretold. Death will rain down on our enemies.
We'll crush them one leg at a time. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Construction underway, Commander. is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready.
All oiled up and ready to go? Hail and kill.
Hunters off the leash.
We're out of recruits, Commander.
They'll be hit by the man with armor. All is ours for the taking.
Instructed to fight.
Horse of steel riding out.
Sound the trumpets, hunters here.
We could use some support, Commander. Hail and kill.
Trooper ready to march. There's no I in team. There is a me in there somewhere, though.
Walking beer keg, reporting for duty.
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
Our glory foretold.
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
Sound the trumpets, hunters here. I'm the one being hunted here. Oh, meet the trap!
Buckle forge completed.
Hunters off the leash.
Walking beer keg, reporting for duty. Who will break?
More unto the breach.
Grenadier, fresh from the barracks.
typical of Catherine to get miffed over money. I don't care what they pay me as long as I get to brawl and boo.
When Catherine is out of sorts, there seems to be no escaping her ire, Commander. I do understand her, though, for whilst equality among the...
Listen here, Commander, for I have a matter of great import that I should like to bring to your attention. In the realm I ruled, that rule... On this ship, however, I find myself trapped amid so many cocks of the walk, the one more swollen with self-importance than the next. If anyone, it is we of the superior sex who should sooner receive more silver and gold than those of the savage variety. You'll set right this iniquity, Commander, and you'll do it now. You'd have me beg, would you? Perhaps you're one of those, petty and puny, in need... Forget it, Commander. I won't give you this satisfaction. Run a chauvinist ship if you must.
Yikes, what a vixen! Can't dear old Cathy be happy with a...
Let's get this dance of death started.
All is ours for the taking.
Anything for the Empire. Let's get this dance of death started. Anything for the Empire. We're out of recruits, Commander. The Emperor shows us the way.
Who will break? Who will bend?
Construction underway, Commander. Anything for the Empire. Construction in progress.
Big guy coming through.
Is that a tree? Well, not anymore. I'll be the last thing they see. I'll crush their bones.
Big guy coming through.
Wall factory completed. Battle forge completed. I will crush their bones. For glory and honor and wealth.
Commander, the war is displacing a great many people, and thus the influx of a great many foreigners into the realm is inevitable. Many of them are driven to crime by want. Capital, Commander. Let others provide for this petty riffraff. We'll have...
Wonderful. Let's organize ferries to Shark.
I think you're setting a dangerous precedent, Commander. Associate foreign with criminal.
Your call, Commander. But don't come crying to me if
This is sheer folly, Commander. Now we'll have to use domestic scallywags to do all the nasty chores. That's like discrimination in reverse.
What? Oh, it shall be.
You taught our enemy the meaning of defeat, Commander, but already I'm aching to give them another lesson.
Were that I were the monarch.
Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. We'll crush them one leg at a time.
Who needs spy?
I've got big guns and I cannot lie. Always ask for the taking.
Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. It'll be built in a jiffy.
I'm all eyes and ears. Let's see what's hiding there.
Our glory foretold. Always ask for the taking.
Construction underway, Commander. Pay me in blood. The Emperor shows us the way. Construction underway, Commander. Wall factory completed. Anti-ground turret completed. Construction in progress. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire.
Of course, my lord. We fight for freedom.
Anything for the Empire. Recruitment citadel completed. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir. The Emperor shows us the way. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Construction underway, Commander.
This world lies ready, waiting for its death.
Death before failure.
Between the clouds.
Pay me in blood.
Always ask for the taking.
Construction underway, Commander. It will be built in a jiffy. Construction in progress. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. That's impossible, Commander. Anti-ground turret completed. Anti-ground turret completed. Your unit will soon be ready.
Where's my gold, Commander?
That's impossible, Commander. Enemy hunters can engage air targets now.
This world lies ready, waiting for its death.
Recruitment citadel completed.
Grenadier, fresh from the barracks. Ready for the Blitzkrieg.
We're out of recruits, Commander.
Hail
Construction in progress. It will be built in a jiffy. Your unit will soon be ready. Unit is being manufactured, Commander.
Who needs spying?
I will drench their torn banner in blood.
Let's get this dance of death started. Wall factory completed. Metal forge completed. Will soon be ready. Your unit will soon be ready.
Here's to you, sire! All oiled up and ready to go?
Hunters off the leash.
Grenadiers are filled up with ale.
Unit is being manufactured, Commander.
Hunter on the prowl.
Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready.
I'm the one being hunted here.
All oiled up and ready to go?
Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. It will be built in a jiffy. There's no I in team. There is a me in there somewhere, though.
Show me my prey.
Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Unit is being manufactured, Commander.
Horse of steel riding out. Grenadier, fresh from the barracks. This world lies ready, waiting for its death.
I got my license to kill.
There better be a tavern.
Not enough support, Commander. That's impossible, Commander.
Ready for the blitzkrieg. All for ale! We can use some support, Commander.
received reports about the imminent arrival of enemy warlocks. Warlocks can turn our troops into beetles. Enemy warlocks can cloak that, Commander. You don't want them popping up behind your back. There's no reason to doubt your insight, sir.
All is ours for the taking. All is ours for the taking. Death will rain down on our enemies.
Picking up their scent. I could hit them with my eyes closed.
I'll be the last thing they see.
They won't even see me coming. Get us out of here, Commander! You found me, did you? I hunt for your glory. Like the wind. Moving between the clouds.
Construction underway, Commander. Will be built in a jiffy. Construction underway, Commander.
We're getting pinned here. All is ours for the taking. I've got big guns and I cannot lie.
Where's 13? Don't be pushy. Anti-ground turret completed. Anti-ground turret completed.
Big guy coming through.
Battle forge completed.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Watch me soar.
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
No, it's a trap!
War factory completed. Unit is being manufactured, Commander.
Horse of steel riding out. Grenadiers are filled up with ale. Grenadier, press from the barracks.
What's the medical emergency?
Target in sight.
In a straight line now. Grenadiers are filled up with ale.
Nothing a good glass of brandy won't fix.
Can't miss.
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander.
More kills, more beers. Use some support, Commander.
Kill.
buck! This world lies ready, waiting for its death. There better be a tavern! We're getting busy.
Population depleted.
War is ours for the taking.
So, Oberon is putting poof nuptials back on the agenda, is he? When will those blasted elves realize marriage is about procreation?
Commander, I intend to propose legislation later today that will make it possible for gay couples to be married. Sir Falstaff raises some proper concerns about family values and the likes. But that holier-than-thou collection of bones will prattle on and on about gods and...
Seven wither Oberon's tongue for uttering such perversions. He and his depraved ilk would allow men...
Commander, could you spare me a moment? Now, I know I'm a general and politics isn't my field of expertise, but I was hoping you'd support Oberon in his attempts to allow marriage for people of the same sex. So much hypocrisy will be exposed for what it is, you know? Think of the famed lizard artist Della Gecko, for instance. Everybody knows he's gay, but he was forced to marry a duke's daughter. 2 lives made miserable because of senseless so-called moral objections. The whole business is unconscionable if you stop and think about it. Thanks, Commander. You're a doll. I'd give you a kiss that'd blow your jetpack off if you weren't off limits.
Your latest victory was awe-inspiring. We're in that annoying grey zone, Commander. And whether we win or lose is in... Which one do you have in mind? Well, I figured that between me and the Prissy Brigade...
So, Oberon...